Poverty alleviation in China. China's poverty alleviation efforts have seen significant results since its reform and opening up measures in 1978. Over the past 4 decades, more than 850 million Chinese have risen above the poverty threshold. The number of impoverished individuals dropped from 770 million in 1978 to 5.51 million in 2019, contributing 70% to the global poverty reduction. China launched its campaign to eliminate poverty in November 2015, aiming to eliminate rural poverty and rehabilitating all impoverished counties by 2020. But what does it mean to eliminate poverty completely by the end of 2020? It means that all rural residents living below the current poverty line are lifted out of poverty. The poverty line is defined as having a per capita annual income of 2,300 yuan. It also means that poverty is eliminated from all impoverished counties and regions. In 2016, there were 832 impoverished county-level regions across China. Now let's take a look at these graphs to see what China has achieved in poverty alleviation over the past years. Numbers of counties out of poverty since 2016 went from 28 to 344 in 2019. An average of 13.7 million people have been brought out of poverty every year since 2012. And by the end of 2019, 95% of the total number of Chinese people living under poverty line have gotten rid of absolute poverty. The question is, how will China eliminate absolute poverty by the end of 2020? To answer this question, let's have a look at how China has been fighting against absolute poverty over the past years. For 2020, the central government has already allocated about $16 billion on poverty alleviation to 28 provincial-level regions. From 2013 to 2017, nearly 800,000 cadres were dispatched to poverty-stricken areas to help develop industries. From 2016 to 2019, 10 million people have moved to places with better living conditions. China still has 52 counties, 2,707 villages and 5.51 million people who still need to be lifted out of poverty. What about China's contribution to poverty elimination across the world? China has donated 400 billion yuan and provided medical aid to 69 countries around the world. 39 anti-poverty capacity building trainings were hosted, and 600,000 aid workers were sent across the world. If China achieves its 2020 goal, it would be 10 years ahead of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals target of ending global poverty by 2030.